In this video, I'm going to be philosophizing more on meaningful emotions, and specifically, I'm going to be discussing the meaningful nature of negative meaningful emotions as being meaningful to develop positive meaningful emotions and to engage a higher frequency meaningfully of meaningful positive emotions while decreasing meaningfully the frequency, magnitude, amplitude, and deteriorative impact that negative emotions has on the mind-body connections, impacting our physical and psychological health and healthy psychological functioning most meaningfully in regards to physical and psychological well-being, influencing our capacity to develop meaningful living in association with our capacity to meaning interpretation, the positives within our direct perception within any potential situation that we experientially encounter in our moment-to-moment existing in relation to the accumulated lifetimes that we experience different ranges and depths of positive and negative meaningful emotions. And negative meaningful emotions are meaningful in that if we don't experience them, we don't actually develop healthy psychological functioning in the direction of cultivating greater, deeper, longer lasting, positive, meaningful emotions and healthy psychological functioning. So failing to experience certain negative emotions and being able to cope with the stress and psychological distress specifically has a deteriorative impact on the mind and body, in which we can no longer engage livre agência and self-conduct meaningful learning processes, in which we experience dysfunction in regards to the lack of functions within a particular operating domain specific to perception, action, and behavior that impairs meaningfully psychological healthy functioning and creates dependence on others that strains meaningfully one's existing and capacity to exist, not just for the self, but also for others, because it burdens them. And the most meaningful, effective thinker who can better meaningfully optimize one's health and psychological well-being is the self. It's not another individual. As we are experiencing the subjective well-being direct perceptions are conducting, and we are experiencing what our mind body is like, not another individual who doesn't experience the impairments to subjective experience that negative health and well-being directly and indirectly meaningfully impact the most, and which our most meaningful concerns are missed in regards to other individuals who we must rely on for being able to access meaningful mobility with regards to livre agência and meaningful living. And as we engage more creative capacities and innovative abilities that engage positive meaningful emotions that have a reciprocal, bidirectional, meaningful effect in regards to the capacity as upon experiencing positive emotion increases creativity and innovativeness, allowing us to engage more deeper, wider expanses of meaning with larger ranges of meaning interpretation that we can access, reciprocal to a cause and effect dynamical associativities that pertain to our capacities when we're engaging creativity to experience more meaningful ranges and depths of positive emotion that we can develop, engaging creativity and innovativeness intrinsic to self and the self-conducts of perception, action, and behavior that develop meaningfulnesses in life, and which are also more psychologically resistant to the negative emotions and can turn the spin on the dial of negativity, allowing us to recourse to a self-conducted learning course of meaningful information, that we develop depths of deepening expansivenesses of meaningful repertories of preceptio, axo, and compartment, that allowance maintainers and sustainers of self to butter the corporeal incorporeidade of our infrastructuring of self, that improves our capacities for meaningful living by increasing our immunity to disease and illness, as well as increasing the meaningful frequency and magnitude of positive emotions, and increasing positivities, not just in regards to meaningful emotions, but the cognizing of positive thinking, optimisms, and problem-solving skills, creative problem-solving skills, developing innovativeness with regards to the meaningful domain-specific areas of our self-tasks, self-conducts that we can perform more optimally with regards to, as we're able to better engage positive emotions and thus also increase our capacities for creativity and innovativeness intrinsic to the self. That's all I want to say for this video. I hope you have an awesome one. Keep on developing those meaningfulnesses.